Hey guys, welcome back. So, I think from now on, I will be more focused towards Blue Protocol as a channel, and my content will be mainly Blue Protocol. So, yesterday we got a new video. Um, I guess this is the build that we'll get for the global release right here. So, let's dive into it right now. I guess this is the heavy smasher, or let me actually check because they had one different name for it. So, as I was saying, the name of the class has been changed to Foe Breaker. Man, Amazon has a real weird obsession with putting like the weirdest names. An archer is named right now King Strider. What's a Strider? I'm so confused. Twin Striker, this makes sense because this is like an X class and is not very, I would say, popular usually, in the sense that you don't see a dual X class in MMOs. Spellweaver, this fits. This makes a lot of sense for me. It's just a fancy mage. Blade Warden. I mean, I can see it, but I think ages as it was previously, it was even better. It was fancier. So let's go back and let's see what we have left. I guess you either have different elemental weapons, or you have talent trees, and that's why you have different effects. Right here, it looks like you have dark magic with the purple attacks. So it's either the weapon that gives you elemental damage, so you have to use different elements on different biomes, different bosses, or it's just your talents, or maybe there's a socket or something like that. You know what would be really dope? Because I've been watching this class. Uh, if you could customize these weapons into katanas or something different than an axe, because I think the Twin Striker, it's extremely fun, looks dope, but I'm not a big fan of like weaving axes. It's not my type. I'm not a Viking man. Yeah, so right here, if I'm correct, this is a fire elemental boss, and the player is using fire. So most likely the boss doesn't take a lot of damage. That's my presumption. So I want you to watch out a little bit the effects, because here you can see it's purple with blue, and in the next shot you'll be surprised to see that here we have ice. So one of my presumptions are correct, where we have elemental damage. If you can freeze bosses, that's so overpowered. Like if you can do that, there are a few options. Either you can do that and it's gonna get nerfed, because that is hell overpowered, or that was not a boss and it's just a beefy it's a beefy guy. I think it's the latter one, where it's just a beefy guy. And here you can see some electricity. But maybe, but I'm not sure. But it would be cool to have different effects like in Genshin, where if you combine two different elements, you get a third one, or a reaction, better said. Man, this Demachi reminds me of Lost Ark mages with the meteor dropping. I'm pretty sure I will skip the mage, even though the mage looks pretty dope, I would say. But it has a vibe of I don't know. I can say for sure that I like classes where they have high mobility and I have to move a lot to attack. So the more pressure I have to change my position to land attacks, I find it a lot more fun than thinking where I need to be stationary to land meteors. I think the I think Aegis was the old name. I think it has one cool mechanic where you block with your shield, like you can see this pose right here, right? And you cannot block indefinitely. The shield is going to break after some time and it's gonna regenerate, or there's a mechanic. So I don't know how tanks will have to manage the hits that they take, but I think this is a real uh like a new take on tanks, because usually as a tank you have to think about some things, but it's not as, I don't know, in my opinion, fun. Like you don't have real threatening decisions. You learn when to press the defense buttons, and that's kind of it. You need to know the mechanics to survive. But I think this is a new take on how you manage your actual tankiness. Did he do a back spin attack? What is this? UFC, dude. Calm down, little guy. I might go for the archer with the high mobility. And I'll show you guys a little bit later why I think I'm going for the archer. And it's because of the mobility, it's because second of all, you have top target and then you can switch to action combat target. But the real reason is gonna be a bit further. So I like how they introduce new mounts into the game, and I hope with time we will get climbing and gliding. I don't think I think flying would be cool, but I think flying would take away like a lot of the scenery, because when you are down here you can see how huge the map is and you feel very small and it's like getting immersed into the world. On the other hand, if you have gliding, you have to climb up and you kind of go down and you can keep enjoying the scenery. So I think gliding would be a good option, but climbing for sure would be really cool. Let me move uh, a bit further. Yeah, here. So this is gonna be the main reason for maining an archer in this game, at least for now. Come on. This one. This guy looks so dope, dude. Look at him. Look how good he looks. I'm doing all for the fashion. Look at him. He's like a combination of assassin and... Oh my god. And I'm looking... This guy looks cool as well. Like a knight. But I feel like this has a vibe of its own. And I'm pretty sure that when they release an assassin, I might actually be... Oh my god, transitioning to an assassin. Or if I go full weeb, I just go directly for the samurai. The new biome that they've been working on for the past year, the desert one. I think the game has like a nice environmental vibe. Oh, one thing that would be really cool, guys, would be professions. Because professions have become really big in the past year. I think New World has set an expectations for professions. Because New World is really fun to have professions. Like really, really cool. And even in World of Warcraft, they had to rework the professions and make it more interesting. So cutting trees, seeing them fall, all these shenanigans would be so cool. And you have to keep in mind, the thing is, the game doesn't have to release with all these features, like housing, gliding, climbing, professions. I bet maybe they have professions. I bet they do, because it's kind of obvious. But even if they are not at the level that I would expect, it's important just to have some patience, wait 1 year or 2 years, and in time you'll get those features if the feedback is positive. It, I feel like the towns have a very similar vibe with Genshin Impact. If you didn't play Genshin, it's impossible for you to get an idea why do I feel like that. Even I don't have a real argument, but the towns do remind me of Genshin. It's hard to say why, and it's not because it's an anime game. I think this is most likely everything that was interesting. Yeah, so here's the new biome. Maybe this is a companion and we can access inventory and stuff like that. That would be cool. Like in Lost Ark. I think they would make a ton of money if they add companions and skins for the companions. Trust me. Like, just make it where you buy skins and, man, and battle passes. People would pay insane amounts of money. Oh, and this is the customization. I think they added more Western things for us. Yeah, I think the customization is fine. I don't think it's nothing game breaking, nothing special, but I think that suits the game pretty well. If you have just enough options where you can express yourself in a diverse way where you don't feel like everybody's looking like yourself, I think that's fine. It doesn't have to be like BDO level. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting video to watch. And I think in the next half of the year we'll get it in the global, but in the next 2 to 3 months or 4 months is going to be just in Japan. But it's already confirmed for global. We have the website. It's looking pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty fluid, looks nice for me, and I cannot wait to get into it. So till the next time, see ya later.